Hi, class. It's wonderful to see you again. Today I'm going to read Black Beauty by Anna Sewell, Chapter 4, Birtwick Park. At this time, I used to stand in the stable, and my coat was brushed every day till it shone like a rook's wing. Early in May, there came a man from Squire Gordon's who took me away to the hall. My master said, "Good-bye, darky. Be a good horse, and always do your best." I could not say "good-bye," so I put my nose into his hand. He patted me kindly, and then I left my first home. As I lived some years with Squire Gordon, I may as well tell you something about the place. Squire Gordon's park skirted the village of Birtwick. It was entered by a large iron gate, at which stood the first lodge, and then you trotted along on a smooth road between clumps of large old trees. Soon you passed another lodge and another gate, which brought you to the house and the gardens. Beyond this lay the home paddock, the old orchard, and the stables. There was accommodation for many horses and carriages, but I need only describe the stable into which I was taken. This was very roomy, with four good stalls. A large swinging window opened into the yard. This made it pleasant and airy. The first stall was a large square one, shut in behind with a wooden gate. The others were common stalls, good stalls, but not nearly so large. My stall had a low rack for hay and a low manager for corn. It was called a loose box because the horse that was put into it was not tied up, but left loose to do as he liked. It is a great thing to have a loose box. Into this fine box, clean, sweet, and airy, the groom put me. I never in my life was in a better box, and the sides were not so high but that I could see through the iron rails at the top all that went on. The man gave me some very nice oats, patted me, spoke kindly, and then went away. When I had eaten my corn, I looked around. In the stall next to mine stood a little fat gray pony with a thick mane and tail, a very pretty head, and a pert little nose. Putting my head up to the iron rails at the top of my box, I said, "How do you do? What is your name?" He turned round as far as his halter would allow, held up his head, and said, "My name is Merrylegs. I am very handsome. I carry the young ladies on my back, and sometimes I take our mistress out in the low chair. They think a great deal of me, and so does James. Are you going to live next door to me in the box?" "Yes," I replied. "Well, then," he said, "I hope you are good-tempered. Next door to me I do not like anyone who bites." Just then a horse's head looked over from the stall beyond. The ears were laid back, and the eye looked rather ill-tempered. This tall chestnut mare with a long, handsome neck looked across to me and said, "So it is you. You have turned me out of my box. Is it not a very strange thing for a colt like you to come and turn a lady out of her own home?" "I beg your pardon," I said. "I have turned no one out. The man who brought me put me here, and I had nothing to do with it. And as to my being a colt, I am turned 4 years old, and am a grown-up horse. I never yet had words with horse or mare, and it is my wish to live at peace." "Well," she said, "we shall see. Of course, I do not want to have words with a young thing like you. I said no more. In the afternoon, when she went out, Mary Legs told me all about the mare. The thing is this, said Mary Legs. Ginger has a bad habit of biting and snapping. That is why she is called Ginger. When she was in the loose box, she used to snap very much. One day she bit James in the arm and made it bleed, and so Miss Flora and Miss Jessie, who are very fond of me, were afraid to come into the stable. They used to bring me nice things to eat, an apple or a carrot or a piece of bread, but after Ginger stood in that box, they dare not come, and I miss them very much. I hope, if you do not bite or snap, that they will now come again. I told him I never bit anything but grass, hay, and corn, and could not think what pleasure Ginger found in it. Well, I don't think she does find pleasure in it, said Mary Legs. It is just a bad habit. She says no one was ever kind to her, and so why she not bite? Of course it is a very bad habit, but I am sure if all she says be true, she must have been very ill used before she came here. John and James do all they can to please her, and our master never uses a whip if a horse behaves himself, so I think she might be good tempered here. You see, he said, with a wise look, I am 12 years old. I know a great deal, and I can tell you there is not a better place for a horse all round the country than this. John is the best groom that ever was. He has been here 14 years, and you never saw such a kind boy as James is. So it is all Ginger's own fault that she did not stay in that box. And that is the end of chapter 4. So it seems like the horses are starting to have all kinds of interesting conversations to get to know each other. And I'm hoping that they will get along. What about you? Let me know in the comment section which horse is your favorite horse. and you can let me know why if you'd like to as well. Also, for your homework, once again, I would like for you to go back and listen to this story again and follow us along as best as you can and pick out any new vocabulary words, any new words that you don't already know or that you recognize, and write them below in the comment section. And as an added bonus, you can write some sentences using those words. All right, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, Adult Literacy and English Language, please do so. It helps the channel out. It helps to get the word out to others who are learning to read. And give the video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. That would help the channel out as well. I will see you all in the next one. The next time I'll be reading chapter 5. Thanks for watching, and share the link to this video on your social media. I'll see you all in the next one, Lord willing. Thanks for watching. Bye.